Hello everyone and welcome to another Gondor at War preview. This is going to be based on the Garrison script which I have recently written. Well, I say recently, I wrote it about 6 months ago, rewrote it recently to change how it works. So, what does it do? One thing that has always annoyed me, well I say always annoyed me, one thing that's a critique of mine of the current Garrison scripts are the lack of visibility. Or there's too much visibility because it's an army that's spawned in a settlement that's never able to leave it. And yeah, I don't like that. So if I press this button's meant to be down here. I basically made this for a different resolution to what I'm using now. So it's made for HD. I'm now using 2K, so the button's in a slightly wrong place. If I was using HD, the button would be down there as intended. But well, I'm not. This is still very much from an alpha build, so I haven't had the opportunity to fix up all of the issues yet. But it's in a working state, so I wanted to showcase it. But yeah, when this is actually finished and released, that button position will scale with where it's with your resolution, so it's always down there. I've just not figured out exactly how I'm going to do that yet, in all honesty. But anyway, so we've got this nice little icon that was made by a mix of I think Maverick did this one, and this will indicate what garrison's in the settlement. So whenever Minas Tirith in this case is under siege, these 5 units will spawn. You've got the Fountain Guard and so on. I can see exactly what health they're on, what experience and so on. And these numbers are remembered. So say it was brought under siege, and the enemy had, well, what's the best way to put this? Yeah, say I brought it under siege, then I won the battle heroically. The Fountain Guard absolutely kicked ass, as they should, but 50 men died. Then it will remember that 50 men have died, and for next time the unit spawns, it will have 50 men less. Now, there is replenishment built into this as well. The unit will replenish 5% of its models over every turn. So eventually, over 20 turns, you'd be, if the unit was destroyed, it'd be back at full numbers. So it's just a cool little way of doing it. And because it's in a position where the enemy has because it's done that way, it would actually suffer siege attrition. So I'm really not doing a good job of formulating my thoughts at the moment. So yeah, because the unit's always spawned in, I've seen it with older versions of the AGO script and the current EUR script for garrisons. The units don't take any siege attrition because they're spawned every single turn. So any siege attrition they did take just got wiped off, which is a bit annoying. And the way that my garrison script works is it's dynamically built off of what buildings are present in the settlement. So we can see here that because this is a city, it's getting a unit territorial guardsman, so you'll get one of those in every single settlement of yours that's a city. There's an army camp, which is where your Gondor mainline comes from, so that's providing a unit of Gondor archers. And then the unique building is providing the 2 elite units, the Citadel Guard and the Fountain Guard, which makes sense. I might change this to be 2 companies of Citadel Guard, or like add a Gondor infantry or something, because this garrison's been power crept a bit by some of the others, in all honesty. But hey ho, it's fine. And the port is also providing a unit of Lebanon Guardsmen, so any settlement with a port will provide that unit, which is quite a cool way of having it, as where over time, as your settlements get more developed, your garrisons will get stronger, and also if a settlement has unique locations, then we can do this. So, like, if I go to Dol Amor, for example, because I've just done the video for this one, we can see, this is what I mean by power crept, potentially, because it's got a massive garrison in comparison, where there's all of these of dynamically generated, but it's also got the Lebanon Guardsmen from the port. So, there's a formula to it, as well as the unique buildings. And the same applies for other settlements. So you get a unit of Osgiliath veterans in Osgiliath. And then when you rebuild it, it'll also provide a unit of, what's it called? The Osgiliath Guard. Guards of Osgiliath. So, as you develop building chains as well, you might unlock better units in your garrison. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this. And then you can also see what a garrison would spawn for an enemy. Ah, I don't. I thought that was going to fully crash. So what's happened there is it's looking for a culture, a building for the walls culture. Right, hold on one second. It's looking for a icon for walls of a specific culture, and for this tier, that culture doesn't have that, so it's not loaded in the TGA. But effectively, I was like, it's nice to know that it didn't crash. But as I said, early dev build, things might go wrong. But anyway, so as we can see here, Osgiliath's actually got quite a strong garrison. It's not overwhelmingly strong. Like, you will be able to take this pretty early on, but it's enough that you're guaranteed to have a bit of a fight at Osgiliath is my intention. And then as default, Mordor gets these 2 units in its settlements. So your enemy will get the same garrisons. It basically works like a modern Total Wars, is the intention. Do you... Oh, okay. That shouldn't have worked. If a settlement can't be seen, it shouldn't load up that. So I'll look into why that is doing it. It's a good opportunity for me to have a test as well, it seems. But we can see here that as you get deeper into Mordor, the garrisons do get stronger. There. The Tower of the Moon. Oh, I need to make it... Okay. I need to add a scroll bar to this and make it so that the background stays constant, like it does with the bodyguard upgrades. So if I go back to Baragond here, in this one, the scroll bar and the background stays constant. I need to do that for that. I get a nice little list of stuff that I need to fix. Maybe I'll do an updated one when all of this is fixed. So I mean, I can see Barad-dûr as well. I'm not going to open the Barad-dûr one because that's got a bit of a surprise in it. Yeah, that's not entirely planned. As you can see, we have put some quite strong garrisons into Mordor. It should be quite a challenge to take them. I don't think that's too bad. Like, as long as you got some decent javelins or ballistas, you might be able to deal with this. I might take it down a notch. We'll see. It all depends entirely on testing feedback, but this is more about showcasing the feature than it is showcasing the balance. So, and also you've still got plenty of avenues to fight Mordor, because they're probably going to take Gelebrin, so you've got to come up this way. Oh, even Hen, that's a bit of a spoiler, isn't it? And obviously you've got to fight him in Aphelion first. And it should be a challenge to enter Mordor. Like, in the books, it was basically impossible, so I don't want it to be a cakewalk. Can we see any of these settlements in Mordor? No, there we can. I've not set them up for all the factions yet, so Harad probably won't have any. Yeah. But it's work in progress. So, yeah, we covered the auto replenishment. There's no auto replenishment for units in the mod. It's only garrisons, by the way. They spawn when it's under siege, and they despawn when the siege is finished. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. It's a really impromptu preview. I probably should show it working, but annoyingly there's a full stack in there, so the units won't actually spawn. Let's bait them out. Protect the blood of Numenor. Just put one unit in there. This is a really shit way of forcing a siege. But then we can see our garrison spawn, hopefully. Just to prove it works and I'm not just full of rubbish. Yeah, Mordor starts with quite a few forces. But yeah, given how full on like the defense can be, and it's a pain in the ass having a fight in Osgiliath like 30 times. When it's not your turn, units. I haven't incorporated this change yet, but whenever it's not a faction's turn, their garrison units will spawn and then despawn for their turn, like how it works in AGO, so that these actually factored into the AI's calculations for those garrisons exist. I just haven't done it yet. There's quite a lot I haven't done yet. There's a surprising amount that goes into scripting these big features. It takes hours and hours and hours to get something working like this. And then once you get it working, you think about the quirks of it. Because I hadn't originally intended for there to be respawning. Sorry, for them to spawn over the end turn. But it does make sense that it's factored into the AI calculations. They didn't actually start a siege. So, typical. Right, what we'll do.
Marching to war.
Auto win attacker. There's some very heroic Gondor archers. Incredible. So now, if we besiege East Osgiliath, they've got their garrison spawn. So, the system all works as intended. And yeah, I'm quite proud of it. I spent quite a bit of time coding it. As you can see, it's not perfect, but it was at a point where I felt like it could be previewed. And it's been a while since I've posted much Gondor at War stuff on the channel. I've only ever posted one Gondor at War video, so I'm keen to do more. So I thought I'm just going to do it, and then in doing it, it kind of forces me to focus on actually modding more. Because between my hobbies and the amount of time that I've been spending doing the YouTube campaigns, I've not really been doing much modding at all lately. So it's hopefully will put a bit of pressure on me to actually get stuff done and finished. Yeah, coding these two features takes a lot of time. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I hope the rest of your day is Gert Lush, because we are going to make Gert Lush a thing. Southwestern slang, everyone's got to get used to it. Very good, basically is what it means. We're going to make it international. That's going to be my contribution to culture. So, Gert Lush, have a good one. See you in the next video. Bye.